Good afternoon. This is the Nabwic Investment Club. We're a part of the annual meeting of the Nabwic organization. We're going to be presenting our portion of the annual meeting, and it's a new members orientation. What you what you should be seeing, or I'll let you know that we are a non part of a nonprofit organization and the Better Investing National Organization, and currently have 7 persons in our membership. We have myself as the chairperson, Nicole Allen as the vice chair. We have our treasurer as Carolyn Modeste. Many of you may already know her. Our secretary and portfolio manager is Doretha Dennis. And McNeil is the person that is in charge of our Education Tuesdays. And we are today nationally welcoming our 2 new members, which are Mia Ferguson, which I'm sure everyone knows, and Valencia Warren Gibbs. So that is our current membership. The one thing that I want to make sure that you understand is our membership is not local. We meet online. So one of the things that you'll notice is that I am physically located both in Illinois and Florida. We have Nicole that is in Washington, D.C. Carolyn and Ann are in South Florida. Uh, Doretha is in Texas, and you have Mia also that is in Texas, and Warren Gibbs, Valencia is in South Florida. So we operate on online, and so we are one of those kind of organizations that you do not have to be in one place. Now, what's important also to know, and let's just go through an overview of our club. We, the Nabwic Investment Club, we are for education. We're for participating in long-term investing principles. We promote financial literacy through structured analysis and and foster disciplined wealth building practices using the better investing methodology. Naturally, I've already said that we are an educational investment club and we align with NABWIC values, but we also align with the methodology of better investing. What's also important is that I've said this 3 times is that we um, we are we are an educational group, and that means that most of us already have our own private portfolios. So that when we discuss stock, we're not advocating stock. We are actually um, discussing the various stock for educational purposes. All right, so let's just go ahead and review. In the event that I didn't welcome everybody, you know that we are very grateful that everyone is on this line, going through the process and letting you know how much we are children of the larger NABWIC organization, and that we want to make sure that we interface with a larger organization more than we have in the past. Now, our origin and our purpose. I've already reviewed the current membership, but let's go over our origin and our purpose. So, as I mentioned, we are formed to increase financial literacy. We are created we create a structured environment for long-term learning for investing. One of the things that we have done is we've done investing naturally long term, buying stock, but we also do education in terms of long term investing and financial structuring for our own personal interest, for our retirement. So we also build generational wealth through education and discipline generational wealth. That is something that is really important, more than just us, but to protect our children and our children's children. We provide accountability through group based investing. So I've already mentioned that we meet online. So naturally, we meet monthly as a group to review our portfolio, to give updates on what we are watching on our stock watchers list, and make recommendations as to what to buy, and what we need to sell. We operate first and foremost as an educational club. I say that, I'll probably say that two or three more times before this is over to make sure that you understand we work and we educate ourselves. So, why better investing? Why do we align ourselves with the better investing concept? Better investing is a proven long term investing framework. It provides the tools for stock analysis and portfolio tracking. They are a national education, they provide education resources, and it says conferences. There is a national conference that is coming up in April right here in Illinois, in Chicago, on in April 23rd to the 25th, I believe. It's also a disciplined fundamental based approach. And our club uses better investing as our primary educational model. Now, so how our club operates, again, education first, investing second, right? So our model includes regular education meetings. I think Ann is going to come up, and talk about our Education Tuesdays. But we educate ourselves every month at our monthly meetings, but we take a second look and a more in depth look at Education Tuesdays, and we'll mention that later. We do stock studies and company analysis. So every time before we buy, before we sell, we go through and we do a stock comparison analysis. So we understand the company that we are going to invest our dollars in. Do they make money? Are they losing money? How much do they provide in terms of dividends? We look at all of that to make sure it is a sound company. We have group discussion, and we naturally, before we buy, before we sell, we have a group vote. Portfolio reviews and reporting. Well, naturally, we review our portfolio monthly, but we also do an annual portfolio analysis to determine exactly how well we're doing. Our goal is to always beat the market, at least uh, have uh, be increasing our stock and our interest, or the money that we earn, by at least two digits. Our goal is 15%, but at least two digits. And ongoing learning for all of the members. We say ongoing learning for all the members. One of the things that we've implemented this year is that not only do we learn in our personal environment, if you talk to any one of our members, what you'll find is that we all are members of other groups, or we participate and watch other groups as they learn. We bring that information back to our own club. That hones our skills in analyzing stock. So naturally, we're not day traders. You will notice that we are long term investing. Fundamental analysis. We go through the same process every time with each one of our stocks to make sure that we miss nothing. We are risk averse, and we make collective decisions. Now, in looking at our goals, naturally, any organization, if has goals. All right. And I think at your luncheon, we went through some of our goals that are in alignment with the larger Nabwic, but we have club goals. Our goals is that naturally we mentioned at the luncheon, at the presentation of the luncheon, our goal is to invite and have at least five new members this year to onboard new active members, to strengthen our leadership pipeline, and to improve documentation and reporting systems. Uh, so that pretty much concludes my portion of the presentation. Um, and now I'm going to introduce, I believe, the treasurer report is going to be presented by Doretha Dennis. Thank you, Doretha.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Our treasurer is not here today. Our treasurer is Carolyn Modest. And so I have been given the task of giving a quick snapshot of the treasurer's report. On the far right hand side, you see a list of the duties that she has. Um, Taking care of the funds that come into our treasury. She provides a total portfolio, the total portfolio value. She monitors the monthly contributions, the cash positions, and she does the administrative duties as far as expenses are concerned. On the right hand side is a quick chart indicating that each member gives $25 a month. We also have a $200 uh, annual assessment that we give, and these funds help to cover our monthly, yearly expenses. Next slide, please. I also serve as I serve as the secretary, but also the portfolio manager. So I wear two hats. And what you see on the screen now are the symbols for each of the stocks we have in our portfolio. We have 16 stocks presently. On the right, you see a couple of pie charts. The one on the very top is a chart that shows the company size. It's diversified and it shows um, the company size, small, medium, and large uh, stocks that we hold. And we also have, we follow the better investing principles, which tell us to kind of hold our assets in us 25% small, 50% medium, and um, and I believe 25%. Uh, so let me give that again: 25% large, 50% medium, and 25% small. Yes, the pie chart below shows the percentages. It's a valuation chart that shows the percentage that each company holds in our portfolio. Next slide, please. Okay, this we have a platform that we use that is called My iClub. I'm quite sure some of you may have heard of that. And each member has access to this platform. You can go in there and find different reports. You can see what you paid into the club, how each company has a percentage in the portfolio. It just has a plethora of reports that you can look at. This particular uh, image is a called a heat map, and for a heat map, it serves as it helps us to create new stock ideas, new stock ideas. It also shows actual studies from members of the better investing community. As Sharon mentioned before, we each, as a member, have to be a member of better investing. And this heat map shows what other members of Better Investing, what they like and the studies that they do for particular stocks. The larger the box, the more studies that have been done. The colors range from green to yellow to red. The greener the box, the more potential for a favorable investment. The redder the box, less potential. We just want to emphasize that the colors do not they're not an indicator to help us to buy, hold, or sell. And that same sentiment should apply to you. It's not an indication of whether you should buy a stock or hold it or sell it. Next slide, please. This particular, oh, that's it. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I had another slide. So I'll pass this over to Nicole, who's going to share with us about the membership requirements.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Becoming a member of our club is very easy. We're looking for individuals who are either active members of the Nabwic organization or anyone who's interested in learning more about investing, more specifically long-term investing. As Sharon mentioned earlier, we do not trade in bonds and ETFs, Bitcoins, or any other type of investment vehicles. So if you're looking for long-term growth and value stocks that hopefully produces a dividend, we encourage and invite everyone to join us. There are some expectations, as you can guess. We're looking for members who are eager to grow in their knowledge, anxious to participate in the leadership of the organization and its growth, and who have a commitment to actively participating in the activities and operations of the club. We do have a standard operating agreement and a partnership agreement that provides detailed information on the expectations. There is a financial commitment. We've already identified earlier that each member is requested to pay $25 a month. In addition to that yearly assessment to cover the operational fees and costs and tax reporting requirements. And then, of course, there's always lots of ways for you to participate in presenting stocks, in evaluating our portfolio, in joining in our educational talks and discussions, and all around just growing in your knowledge and understanding of investing. There is no age requirement. We welcome any age group, any socioeconomic class, there's no hindrances whatsoever. So if you have young kids who are interested, we invite them to come and join as well. This QR code will take you to our interest form. It'll give you some more details about what we're looking for. So fill it out, share that information, and we'll be happy to reach out to you if you have any subsequent questions. Right now, our membership is open for the year. The form that it'll take you to will give you a little bit more detail about your initial requirements, which will require participating for a certain length of meetings, doing a book review, and then presenting your stock using the SSG platform through Better Investing. What we expect, regular meeting participations. Right now, we have meetings on 3 times a month. We meet once as a general body to talk about the overall value of our portfolio, any new stocks we should be looking at, any updates on stocks we may currently have on the sidelines or in our watch list. That's our general meeting. We have an educational meeting as well once a month where all members are expected to just share what news or information they may have regarding investing, financial literacy, or anything that may be beneficial to the group. And then there is a meeting for the leadership body to sort of strategically plan out the goals and the operational aspect of the club. Participation in discussions, completing any type of training or learnings that are required. And of course, being collaborative, because this is a learning opportunity for us all. Again, that QR code is there if you want to learn a little bit more about what those requirements are. And then there are, of course, key events and dates. This is not a limited list. There are a host of opportunities for that we encourage our members to participate. But the Better Investing Conference is one that is strongly encouraged. And as Sharon mentioned earlier, that meeting is going to be April the 23rd through the 26th in Chicago, Illinois. It is the 75th anniversary of the organization, so it's a big deal for you to go. You'll meet with industry experts. You'll meet with individuals who have been well established. They'll give talks about, stocks and analysis of stocks. And so this is a great opportunity for our members. The two additional meetings, the general meeting and the education meeting, those flyers are there for that. We also encourage members to participate in annual meetings of the stocks that we currently hold, either in our portfolio, our personal portfolios, or in the club portfolio. So there's tons of trainings, tons of webinars that are offered through Better Investing. There's other clubs that are open for membership, that are open for engagement and participation all around. Lots of opportunities for our members to learn more and gain more information about investing. And then lastly, the QR code will take you to that interest form. It will highlight some of the basic requirements for individuals who are interested in joining our particular club. You've met most of our leadership here. We look forward to answering any questions or any comments that you may have. So I'll leave this here for just a couple of more seconds if you want to take a picture. And then we'll move on to a member testimony. So we'll have our newest member, Mrs. Mia Ferguson, share her experience with joining our investment club. And I'll turn it over to you, Mia.
Thank you so much, Nicole. I appreciate it. And thanks so much to the rest of our board. I'll just say joining the Nabwic Investment Club as a new member has been a rewarding experience. What I appreciate most is how the club makes investing feel approachable and empowering. As a new member, the conversations are real, the learning is practical, and the environment feels very judgment-free, whether you're new, just getting started investing like myself, or already have experience like one of the other new members that we have, Ms. Valencia. It definitely feels like a level playing ground for everyone. So really, I've already gained so much valuable insights that are helping me to think more strategically about my financial future. And, just being surrounded by these women in this club who are serious about growth, legacy, and ownership is incredibly motivating. So I'm excited to continue learning, investing, and building alongside this amazing group of ladies. So that's my story of being a new member of the Nabwic Investment Club. Super excited.
Okay, so at this time, I believe we will open the floor up for any questions, comments. So feel free to either put your questions in the chat, or you should be able to come off mute and we'd be happy to answer them.
Hi, this is Robert Barnett. Could you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you for joining, Robert.
Sure. Okay, a great overview. In addition to the educational part, is it like an investment club where members put in a certain amount and you get returns as well? And if that's the case, how does that work?
Yes. So each member has a set amount. We all pay the same. It's $25 a month. That money is then equally allocated, unless, of course, you're coming in like Mia and Valencia, who joined this year. Our treasurer does the allocation to appropriately assess the value of their participation for the length that they've been in the club. So those of us who've been in since the beginning have a higher valuation in our portfolio compared to the newer members. And that's done, I mean, I'm not a CPA or an accountant, but it's done in a way that's commensurate with the requirements under Better Investing. So it's not an equal allocation in terms of if you're interested in getting out of the club, but it is the actual amount that we put in is an equal value. Did that sort of answer your question, or did I need to make myself a little bit more clear?
No, it does. And it makes sense that, again, the newer members are not going to share in the same return each year as those who were there a long time as well. So that's, yeah, that's beneficial.
Okay. Great question, by the way.
Hello,
Are there any questions? Sure.
I have a question. So right now I have mutual funds, and I know this is not the focus of this club, but the individual that I'm working with, he was getting ready to introduce me to stocks. And so instead of me going through him, with this club, will I be able to do stock options through this club?
We only invest in stocks in this club. We don't do mutual funds. Now, you of course can do both in your portfolio. All of the members of the club have a personal portfolio where we may dibble and dabble in all types of investments. But yes, this club will invest exclusively in stocks, not in mutual funds or any other investment type. So yes, the answer is yes, you will be able to invest in stocks here.
Okay.
Just stocks, but she mentioned options. I thought she said stock options. Nicole is correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant stocks as an option. Oh, okay. No, we do not do stock options. I'm not sure. Well, let me, no, we only invest in stocks.
Okay.
Not stock options.
Okay.
Thanks for that clarification, Sharon.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Well, I'm going to go back and share this QR code because, like I mentioned, we are looking for individuals who are eager to learn, whether you're a long-term investor and you have all of this stuff figured out, or if you just learned, what a brokerage account is. But some of the requirements that we do have for new members, especially aligning with education, is a book review. And we have two key books that our club has decided to commit to. One of them is In Search of the Green, which is a book that is written by one of the first better investing clubs, the Beardstown ladies. And they really talk about their experience in forming the club and, just generally what does operating an investment club look like. So it's a really good practical book so that you can kind of get an understanding of how we operate under the better investing principles and what that would look like. And the other one is, wow, the book is escaping me. Does another member remember the other book, In Search of the Green?
Take Stock and Beanstalk. Take
Stock. Take Stock. That is actually written by, oh, go ahead, Anne, if you could share about the book.
Take Stock, and also Being the Millionaire, the book that was written by the founder about the history of better investing is also another good book. So it's actually three. The Beanstalk book is one by the ladies who helped us start our club. That's one. A second one is Take Stock, the one you mentioned. A third one is Doretha, the one that you ordered about the history of the National Association of Investment Clubs, and it's called Main Street. Yeah, she's gonna pull it up. And then the very first book that we ever read was How to Start and Run Your Own Successful Investment Club by a group of ladies in their 70s, 80s, and 90s called Beanstalk, who beat the stock market in the 80s. And so those are 3 or 4 different books that you can read or access. And I don't think that there's a slide here for me, but I was just going to share the Better Investing website for those of you that are here for the first time. You can do a free membership on Better Investing if you go to betterinvesting.org. So if it's okay, Nicole, if I can share as we prepare to wrap up.
Yes, please do. I will stop sharing and you should have that ability to share.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can everybody see the website here? If you go to betterinvesting.org and you go to the very bottom of the page, there is a 90-day free membership. If you can see my cursor at the very bottom where it says become a member, why become a member, free 90-day membership. You can register there for that free 90-day membership if you're interested in becoming a member. Better Investing as an organization, and all of these are many of the free investment organizations that you can access as a non-member. And this one here, which I'm showing my cursor on, it says learn about investing. If you click that, you can get to the articles, the courses, the free videos, the magazine. There's a lot of free information here. Finding great stock, a lot of that's free information. You heard them refer to SSG is acronym for Stock Selection Guide, which helps us to understand how to analyze the stock. Just point and click, no pen, no paper needed. And the investment clubs, these are the many different information about how to start and run your own investment club, the different communities that exist. We actually have what's called a national Better Investing board, and they are the board of directors. And then there's what's called the BIVAB, and that's Better Investing volunteer organizations. And underneath that organization, you have local chapters that are here. You have volunteers and other experts. You have educational partnerships, corporate partners, and investor outreach. So there's a lot of information here that you can get for your Q&A and how to start and run your own club, or you can become a member of our club, or you may just say, listen, I just want to be a member of individual member of Better Investing. I don't want to be in a club. Whatever you want to do, on behalf of the National Association of Black Women in Construction, our desire is to make the information available to you. The information to the far left is the phone number you can call with questions. And then we've already shared our information. Now, every second Tuesday of the month, we have our investment club education Tuesday, and that's at 7, 8 Eastern time. I'm going to stop sharing, and that's at 7 a.m. Eastern time, and it's on the Nabwic Zoom. We do have the registration. Oftentimes it's on the calendar, and it's also on Eventbrite, and it's on the Nabwic website. So you can go there and register for our investment club education Tuesday, and you've already heard the first Thursday of the month, we have our investment club meetings, and all these meetings are open to you. And that's it for me. Any questions? I'm going to go back on mute and I'll turn off my camera. Thank you.
If I can, for just a moment, I'd like to go back to that young lady to say, should I participate in your organization in order to build my stock portfolio and options? Even if you participate with an advisor that is going to help you build your own portfolio to do stock options, you need to understand the companies that you're going to be buying their stock. So my suggestion is that you consider participating in our organization so that you understand how to analyze the company. Then you can feel comfortable buying stock options. I just didn't want you to think it was one or the other. And Ann tells an incredible story, has a friend that had that increased his own portfolio, his 401 and his personal portfolio double because he started participating with better investing and use those principles. So I just didn't want you to think, okay, I can't do stock options in this organization, so I don't want to participate. No, I think that you may want to consider participating so that you better understand how your advisor is going to take you down the road. So I just wanted to make sure that I added my 2 cents in regarding that. And I want to thank you for asking that question too.
Thank you for the clarification. I really appreciate that.
Okay, I put a few things in the chat, one being the link to those who may be interested in learning more about our organization. It has that interest form in there, and I've also shared our email address. If you have any additional questions or comments regarding this presentation here today. I'll do one final ask for questions or comments about anything that was shared here today. Hearing none, I believe this concludes our presentation for the Nabwic Investment Club. We thank you so much for joining, and we certainly hope to see you again. Okay.
That's it.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay. I'm not sure if we're still recording on YouTube.
Yes, it
We
is.
are.
Oh, okay.
Nicole, what you say, Nicole?
Yes.
What's the question?
We're still live.
Oh, we're still live on
The
YouTube.
only person is the chair, whoever is the host